Okay, traders, welcome back to episode 25. So we're gonna go over the actual setup that I've been highlighting throughout this video series and just go through the different components of it. So we're leading from a trending market ideally. So we're going to be looking from January 22nd to obviously present day now. So let's just go through Aussie dollar as it was for me the best trending asset in 2018 going into 2019. So let's just go back in time and have a look at price. So we're going to start from here. So on our first occasion, as you guys know already, the primary part to the strategy is the actual ABC in alignment with the actual market structure. So we've got our swing high down to our swing low. So swing high down to our swing low. And then you can see on that occasion, we retraced, just say 50%. So we're just going to outline this. So that was a 50% retracement. So just put it like that, 50%, yeah, just to save time. So that was a 50% retracement. Then we dropped. So let's leave that here. So there was no BRC in this occasion. All we had was an A, B, C, and then we've had our D target. So like I said before, we continuously move down. So our next high would be here, down into here. So this one, so let's just put it back, sorry. So this was our first 50%. I just want to keep them highlighted on each pullback area so I don't forget. So yeah, so this was our 50% pullback right here. Then we move down, so we continuously A down to our B, up into our C. So you see on this occasion we had a let's just say a 61.8 because we didn't have any candle go higher than that and close. So 61.8 on this occasion right here. So then we continue our trade down, which is here now, A down to our B. On this occasion, we had another 50% pullback, so we can leave that there. But now, what we're starting to see is our BRC come into play. So now we've got ABC with also a break, retest, and continuation. So where is that level? So we've got this low in here, almost down into here. So just to make this, let's just tidy this up. Let's just make it black for argument's sake. So now we've got this break, retest, continuation. So you see that here, break. So we've got the A, B, C, D. We've also got corrective structure now. So this is a nice one as well. We've also got corrective structure into this area. And we've got our A, B, C, our break, our retest, our continuation, our corrective structure. So this is ticking all of the boxes for our perfect setup. So we go into here now, A, B, C. So we say this one for me was 61.8 as we had no candle on it. Sorry, let me just have a look. Was that 61.8? Yeah, I say that was 0.66. So just say that was 66. So no, 66.6% pullback. And we also had now our break. So I'm going to highlight it so you just understand. So that move broke the resistance. This was our retest and this was our continuation. So when we go back again, understand this time, this setup happens on any chart you want. So let's take the length of that sell-off leg. Once we've got our pullback and you see where it aligns, just shy to where price actually went anyway. So that's our next one. So let's leave the retest area there so we can see. Then we come into this region here again. Now we've got another, for me, break and retest. So we've got this price region here, support, 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 broke below it. So let's have a look at our fib A, down into our B. What did we have here? We had, just to be sure, we had 38.2. So now the trade's picking up. So we only had a 38.2 pullback in here. So let me have, hold on, let me have that look. A, B, C. We have 38.2. So 38.2% pullback here. And then we've dropped again. Zoom in a little bit more. And you can also see we've got almost another break and retest. So you see this region here. Have a look again. From our fib high, so always pull it to our high, down to our low. What do we have? 61.8. So we've got another 61.8 right here with another break, retest, continuation. Also that corrective structure right here. Then we had the breakout again. So that's nice. Now we apply our fib from the high again. So A down to our B. We had quite a deep pullback. Now what's this? This is coming in at 70 point, so 74.4%. 74.44%. So we had a 74.4% pullback there. And then we made that new low. So from this point here, A, B, C. So you can see on this occasion now, this would have been stop loss hit. So here, stop loss hit. So price would have gone above our area and hit our stop loss. So that trade would be invalid. We look again, have another look at price. What do we see here? Stop loss hit there. Then we see price has a nice drop. So let's go our A down to our B. This time we've got a massive correction. So that's a nice A, B, C. But for me, even though this fib is valid, that wick for me takes out too much price. It just takes out way too much price for me. And the candle closed next to it, and then that was a wick down manipulation. So right now I would say this is our area that I'm going to look at, and that was 74.4 here. So that's our next high. Again, price now starts to get a bit more choppy. We've got this here, A, down to this B leg, which is here. So you see it, A, B, C, 61.8. So I'm just mapping them all out so you understand. It's all going to make sense. Then we've got, that's now our high. Let's have a look. A, B, C. So this one, 93.5. So that was a 93.5% retracement. So that offers you great risk to reward. Look at our drop again, no BRCs with it. We look at our A down to our B. What do we hit here? 61.8 again. So you see, this is something that you need to do when you're back testing. So look at that as well. Corrective structure came in, we break out, selling off, picks up again. Then that's our last high now. So when we look at price from here, A, B, C, we've also got a break, retest, continuation. So that's come back in as well now. So let's just clone this, take this into here and zoom in, and then you'll understand why the shift came in on this pair here. So let's go right here. So we've got a nice break, retest, continuation. So you're going to understand why for me Aussie changed direction. So when we go back, let's just go back to this price action here. So this is going to lead into a pattern failure. So this is an example of a pattern failure when it comes to this ABC. So here we've got the A, we've got our B, we've had a nice 50% retracement. So standard 50% retracement, and we've dropped down. So now price should continue to do what you've been seeing along this whole time. price should continue to make a lower low. That's what we should see, yeah? We don't see that. Price drops down. So now let's look at this area as a support resistance area right here. So now we see price drops down. Didn't make a new low. We're failing to break this area. So the way, let's take away our fib now. So our fib, if we're going to continue bearish, let's put this red now. Price should not climb back above that region. So it aligns with our invalidation anyway. Price should not climb above this region. So we failed to continue. Price now pulled back up. But now you see at that point here, this trade is now over. This is now the indication for me that we may be turning into a bull market. So you have to watch what price does. It starts to use this area as support. Does a kind of like a false breakout, stops us out. But for me, warning signs are coming now, like I've mentioned. This is a warning sign. Right here for me is where the biggest warning sign came in, and I'll let you know why. So we've broken market structure. So breaking out of this high is what shouldn't have happened. So that's a break in market structure. Then we've seen price pull back and do what? So from our swing low up to our swing high, we've now seen price pull back into 0.66 or 66.6%. So now we've seen price pull back into 66.6%. So when you look at the characteristics of price, this is different. We've not seen this happening. All the way from 2018, we've just seen lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. The one occasion we did see a bit of adverse price action, stop loss would have been hit. And after that, price regained back into our normal downtrend. But now, boxing out in these lows, and now we've made a higher low. We now bring in this corrective structure here as well. Price got very thin. Here you can see price is very thin. And then we led to that break up, another higher low. So you see this area here, created another higher low. So now that's two higher lows come in. So overall, we're looking at, this is probably our weekly move. So when you go to the weekly charts, because my eyes are just in tune to see it now. But you see, when you go to the weekly chart, we shouldn't be seeing that. So 66% rejection on the weekly. So our weekly target now is 0.7. When we're going into our daily chart now, you can also see we have gone here, A, B, C, and now we've seen a 50% retracement right here. So now markets are not even pulling back as far. Then we've seen price, let's continue to watch what happens. Price comes up. So remember, we've already taken out this market structure high, which shouldn't have been taken out. So let's just put it like that. So this high should have stayed in place. We then got the break of that high. So it's the same exact pattern again. We've got a new high. We shouldn't see price break above that. So you see price repeats itself. Price continuously repeats itself. So that high has got taken out. Let's watch what price does. Comes back down, makes another higher low. What are we this time? 61.8. So let's move this up. We're at 0. Yeah, say we're 70.2 actually. Let's say 70.2%. So now we're at 70.2%. Doji as well. Price is now starting to pull up higher. So we're seeing all these higher lows get made. So this was, what was this? This was 50%, I think, wasn't it? Oh, that was a 50% standard pullback. Then we've gone into, so now these are now green. So now you're seeing market structures turning bullish. We then make a new high. So we've made a new high. Watch what price is doing now. So we had that failure to move lower. So right here, we've got that failure to make a new low. So that can just be gray. So we failed to make a new low. Then price has pushed up and made a higher low on the weekly. And then now on the daily, we're trending bullish. So then when we look now, coming back to present day structure, what can we see? A leg up to our B leg. So if we add, like I say, structure at the heart, 66.6 plus 50% plus 70.2, that's 186.8. Divide that now by 3. We should now, mathematically, we should see a pullback to 62.2. So the closest we have to that is 61.8. So mathematically, it says the 61.8 is the average pullback we're going to have. And then we should see price now create another higher high in alignment with this overall trend, 61.8. So that's what we should see now. And then as we zoom back out, so let's zoom back out into our weekly. You can see now structure has changed. We shouldn't be, structure shifted right here. So we've gone from risk, we've gone from selling risk, so risk averse, we were selling Aussie dollar and buying the dollar, so that's risk off, to now we look like we're going risk on. So now we look like we're definitely going risk on. When you look at the weekly, this is your level of weekly invalidation. This is where now for me price is going to be targeting. So this is now where I draw an price like this. So this is for me now. Price is going to be targeting this area. When you go to the monthly, you understand why that is a key area. That's our last monthly high. So then when you drop back into our daily chart, it makes a lot of sense as to why when we put our fib back on here, A, B, C, you can see how perfectly that aligns. So that is my target for Aussie dollar. We're going to have one more pullback, and then we should see price reach higher for that 7821 region. So obviously this is getting more and more detailed now as you guys understand the approach to the market and what we should be seeing. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and also example, I'm going to move into another example of pattern failure in the next episode. Thanks for watching.